Good morning, good evening, and good night. Of course, it depends in where in the world you are. I'm Diego Gomez, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about Netflix. We're going to actually take a look at this because this kind of topic is not what I usually talk about right here on my channel. But technology is something that I am very passionate about, and today we're going to talk about this company and one of the most polemic decisions that they have actually made on their history. We're going to actually take a look because, as we always know, Netflix doesn't want you to actually share your password with friends, with family, and we knew that actually that this day was coming. Netflix wants you to stop sharing your account and would prefer that those users who actually you actually share this password to, instead they would like to actually get money from them. You know, these users need to actually pay for their own account or maybe not stream at all, and that's actually what Netflix most recent decision it's reflecting on their way and their path that they actually want to follow on the next following years. As you've probably heard about the company's plan to actually crack down on this account sharing, also they have actually talking that they will actually charge per extra user on the following years. And we now actually know just a few hours ago, actually yesterday, that how the company plans to actually roll out these changes in the US. And actually it's a little bit different than expected. Actually, when we talk about Netflix, we also talk about very hard restrictions when they are trying to change the plans and the path that they are going to follow. Netflix now plans to update its password sharing policy late last year because 100 million plus households who currently share accounts undermines the long-term ability to actually invest and improve Netflix. And one burning question, one important question that we actually have been taking a look during the last following months is how Netflix intends to actually prove who is account sharing and who is just traveling or staying in a second home in the US. And what's the Netflix solution? Actually, they just released this topic and this answer on the last few hours on social media, and how they're going to apply these new rules in the US, and most likely, therefore, it's going to be applied on all the continents. To ensure that your devices are associated with the primary location, you will need to actually connect to the Wi-Fi at your primary location, open the Netflix app or the website, and watch something at least once every 31 days. This is what the company says on its support page. If you don't do this, then your device is going to be blocked to use Netflix. Now, this is very important, and this actually has been a little bit polemic on social media, because this means that if, for example, you're a university student borrowing your parents' Netflix plan or on your laptop, you will need to travel home at least once a month to log in to Netflix on the primary Wi-Fi, which in this case is going to be your parents' home. And of course, that's a little bit not practical. What if you're using your parents' account on your own TV? Well, in that case, of course, you're not going to take your TV to your parents' house every 31 days. And in that case, you're out of luck, apparently, because actually Netflix haven't answer some questions for this topic that they just released on their support page in the United States. Now, what happens if you're traveling, for example? We also have on the support page that you can actually access to a temporary code that will allow 7 consecutive days without being blocked. Now, what is going to happen after those 7 days? We don't know, because Netflix haven't actually like I'm telling you, answer many questions on this topic that they just released on the support page. So after 7 days, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if maybe you can get another code, or if you're going to be blocked after those 7 days, and you can use only 7 days Netflix when you are outside the country, when you are outside the United States. Now, another very important thing that we actually need to take in consideration is that we actually do not need to get too excited, because if this is getting applied on the US, like I'm telling you, then this is going to be applied in Latin America, in Europe and Asia, or it could be vice versa, and Netflix could apply this on different continents and then in the United States. Netflix might make actually things more difficult that in the future. For example, in different countries like in Chile, like in Costa Rica and Peru, Netflix requires you to sign into Netflix on the household Wi-Fi every 31 days. Like I'm telling you, otherwise this device is going to be blocked. And like I'm telling you, in Latin America, most likely this is going to be applied on the next following months or even weeks. And also, that makes it difficult to share accounts. Like I'm telling you, on different countries, it's very normal to share accounts, Netflix accounts, with different friends, with family. And when people don't live close together, it is going to be virtually impossible on devices that aren't portable. Because sure, you could sign into Netflix on a laptop or a tablet whenever you visit your parents, but are you really going to unplug your smart TV and take it to that Wi-Fi location too? That's actually, of course, not practical, and most likely that is going to cause a lot of problems on different users of this streaming service. It's actually not clear, like I'm telling you, it is not clear at the moment if this policy is going to make it on the way to the US as well. Like I'm telling you, Netflix is currently testing also other policies in these countries, in Latin America, including charging like a charge for password sharing. So like I'm telling you, we may or may not see a policy shift in the future for one of the most important streaming services around the world. However, if the US Help Center is actually correct, and we actually based on what they're saying on this page, these changes aren't here yet. For those of us who want to continue sharing accounts outside our households, it should still be pretty easy to do, assuming that you don't mind your friends or family asking you every time what's the Netflix code. And I'm telling you, if you're traveling, then there is a little bit of a dilemma right here, because we don't know if you're going to have, like I'm telling you, the code where you can access to this streaming service every 7 days, and what is going to happen after those 7 days. So like I'm telling you, very important topic, one of the most trending topics about this streaming service and technology during the last few hours, and I am always here to actually tell you what is happening and what might happen in the future related to this topic. So as always, I invite you to tell me right here in the comment section, what do you think about this change on the password sharing policy on one of the most important streaming services around the world? And also tell me, what would you do if Netflix applies this change in the future? Would you still use Netflix? Would you actually change to different like streaming services like Prime Video or like HBO? Tell me in the comment section what do you think right here below. And also, as always, I invite you to follow me in my social media: Facebook, Diego Gomez TV, Twitter and Instagram at Diego Reportero, and also subscribe right here in my YouTube channel, Diego Gomez TV. This was all for today, and I see you in my next